They don't discuss this part of the contract. Let me tell you what part of the contract I'm talking about so ain't nobody surprised. They don't discuss after you put yourself on that cross and lay out there for everybody. And you do everything you can for everybody and anybody. They don't say at the end, everybody gonna give you they behind the kiss. They don't say at the end, like, you get to look at it and say, damn, I done gave my life to this shit. They don't say that. So I say a prayer for me because earlier this year, January 8th, I lost my brother, Hassan Bodie. He took himself up out of here, but before he left, he gave me a message. He sent me a poem, and he was telling me all the things he was going through, the vision he had, all of that. And he always sent me poems. He always sent me raps. I ain't know that when he was sending me that he was saying he was about to go. And I don't know what nobody feel or care what nobody feel when it comes to my brother, who I could call on and say, yo, let's take this ride real quick. And he'd pull up no matter what he had going on, and we'll go and we'll just hit the highway. You know what I'm saying? Windows down and just ride. And now, out of everything that I've seen, I think about like my brother gone. And again, I don't care what nobody say, what nobody feel. I'm not mad at my brother because I know why. I know why he left. Like, it's hard to explain that, so I don't speak on it a lot because I don't want people to think I'm trying to promote something. But I get it. I get why my brother left this shit. And the only thing I was mad, I can't even say what I really said to him in spirit because, again, I'm not trying to, I got to be responsible about what I say. But, like, I know why my brother left this motherfucker, man. And it ain't just the military, all that. That was a part of it. But at the same time, it's like, ain't no love here. Ain't no actual love here. Man, people will shit on you. People will shit on you here. And then the rest of it be like play. And then you when you a man and you going for something and you pushing yourself up, you don't have nobody to turn to. I used to be able to go to my brother and be like, let's ride. I don't have nobody to turn to right now. I don't have nobody to turn to right now. Absolutely nobody. Nobody. And then you might think, well, we got somebody we could go to. We got somebody we go to. We don't want to bother the ones we love. We don't want to bother the ones that we don't want to be no bother to nobody. And the ones that you might think be there, they don't really be there. You don't really want to bother nobody. And the ones you think might be there don't want. So I know it's a lot of people that feel like what I'm feeling like, especially the men. I know they feel that. You don't want to bother nobody. It be the same ones under the post say, why you ain't call me? Damn, bro, I was just with you, but you didn't see me, though. You didn't see me, though. You don't see. One nail in the foot, that's one thing. Everybody got to take turns putting a nail in the foot, that's another thing. So you might think the one thing you might have said, the one thing you might have, you think that's one little thing, but you don't, the nigga counting all the times you doing that. Be careful how you handle people. Everybody don't have no speech. Be careful what you do to people. Be careful how you treat those who put their life on the line. Everybody ain't the same. Not everybody got the same story. I don't want the same story. Not everybody the same way. My brother should still be here. But who could he really go to? Who could he go to? My brother should still be here. He should still be here. You know what I'm saying? And I noticed everybody was playing the music and all that when he left. Man, wasn't nobody fucking with my brother when he was here. He'll send us to nobody say nothing to him because we used to talk about it. Now he gone, everybody talking, man, he been sending voice notes, been sending letters. Ain't nobody say nothing. I used to be around. They would handle him a certain way because he different, because he really tuned in. So when he get an inclination to say, look, we all need to talk about love right now, niggas get to waving them off. Oh, come on, Hassan. Come on, Hassan. What you mean, come on, Hassan? He was right. Y'all was wrong. Something wrong with y'all. He should still be here. Something wrong with them people. I couldn't believe that shit. I was saying that. There's just so much stuff I wanted to say about it, but I never got to say about it. I can't believe he gone. At the same time, it's like, I'm not mad at him. When I went to his house, I stepped in my brother's blood. Do I get a break though? Do I get a break when I come back from my brother's house? Hell no. I still got to deal with everybody and they shit. I just lost my brother. Everybody want to put they shit on my plate. Did I get a chance to grieve? Hell no. Do I deserve one? No, it don't matter. I can go live. I can make a video. It don't matter. I can remove myself from this realm. It won't matter. At the end of the day, everybody swear up and down that everybody's supposed to be these strong soldiers who don't feel nothing when we come through here. Dr. Melakazi York been sitting in prison for 24 years and they just saying he got it. He all right. He's strong. What you mean he's strong? He lost his mama while he was in there. He lost children while he was in there. He lost everything. People done backstabbed him. Man, I'll be damned if I take that same walk. I'll be damned. He did the ultimate sacrifice and look how people treated him. The ultimate sacrifice and the most they can get out of that is, oh, can we get another book? Can we get some more doctrine? Man, please, it's my life. I don't want to be in this motherfucker. I'm just letting it be known. I don't want to be here. I can't feel no love here. I can't feel it. And I've been looking, I've been testing it, especially for the past month. When I first said I was going to take that step, I think they might have, I don't know if this got something to do with the journey I took, but we passed them first 30 days. I'm in the last 10 days out of that 40 when you say you ready to suffer. Well, damn, I ain't know it'd get to this point where you can reach out to people and everybody go cold. I ain't know it'll get there. I ain't know it'll get there. Everybody cold. And it's always guess who the problem is? The problem is always Omari. Omari is always the problem. I'm in everybody's way. And anybody who talk like that, everybody say, no, you don't need to speak like that. You don't need to think like that. But look at how people treat them. People need to be mindful of how they treat people. Not everybody got the same mentality. Not everybody got the same mental strength. Some people will break. Some people will fold. Or some people won't even break or fold. Some people just decide they don't want to do it. They don't want to do it. I just want to come on here and connect with the people who might have been up in this hour and tell y'all, I'm tired of kicking it. I'm tired of fake kicking it. My only strength in this realm is to be real. So if that get me taken up out of here, cool. I signed up for that quicker now. Speed that clock up. I'm tired of fake kicking it. I can't fake kick it no motherfucking more. I can't fake kick it. It's everything too fucking synthetic for me here. I can't fake kick it. It's no love. Everybody in it for their damn self. But as soon as everybody can focus on them, I can't focus on me. Because if I focus on me, ain't no mission. Ain't no mission. I can't focus on me. But I look around in the shadow and I see myself. Just as dark as you're looking at that screen. This is what they meant by alone in myself. I can't get no help in this time. But you want to know what? I know who ain't left me. I know who ain't left me because I asked for a sign. They always show me. I know who ain't left me. I can say that. I can vouch for that and say, I know who ain't left me. I know if there's one being that I can say, overstand, I know who ain't left me. I know who hasn't. I stepped out into the lightning storm. It wasn't nothing but a little flash here and there. I started calling out, yeah, noon. The lightning went from lightning flashes of blue to the sky lighting up green over and over and over, back to back, green, 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 green. And the clouds and everything, the wind, everything picked up. I said, I know I'm not tripping. I know I'm not tripping. So what do I need to be doing here? What do I really still need to be doing here? Because I really don't like this shit. People think, oh, he want to be this. You got me fucked up. I don't want to be no Dr. Melakazi York. I saw how y'all do the Dr. Melakazi Yorks. I don't want to be glorified. I don't even want to be no Yahshua, nigga. If I happen to be Yahshua, I'm going to piss the fuck off. I don't want to be no Yahshua, no none of that. I don't even want to be here. I don't need people don't understand what I'm saying when I say that. I'm not one of the ones who can say that and it be jinx. I've been saying that shit since I was 12. I don't really like this place. I'm like powder. I don't really want to be here. And all that shit just add on top of it. I don't really want to be in the earth plane. I don't know if I'm sentenced here. I don't know what it is, but I ain't never really wanted to be here. I couldn't understand it. I ain't get it. So no, I ain't trying to be nobody. I'm not aiming to be no Jesus, no nothing. When I put this stuff out, that shit flow through me, especially in the music. That ain't, I go back and listen to it how y'all listen to it, and I be just as shocked as y'all be. I don't know what the hell they got me on, but what I know this shit is lonely. It's actually lonely. It don't matter who you see me with, what relationships, any of that. Man, this shit is lonely. It don't matter. People you see around, people I'm smiling and dapping niggas up, all of that. And I see everything in people's soul, in their eyes. I see who want to replace me. I see who think they can sit in this seat. I see who upset. I see who think, you know what I'm saying, I'm not supposed to have this. I see niggas whether or not they thinking I'm not supposed to be in this position. I see niggas trying to clutch their girl when I just walk past. Damn, can I just walk past without being a threat to your existence? Can I just walk past? Can you see the soul and the heart in me? Can everybody stop thinking that I got some type of negative intention of what I'm doing? Can somebody understand where I'm coming from with this shit? Can somebody get it? Can somebody understand what it means to be 3 years old and everything you know snatched from you and be thrown into a world where I didn't even want to be in? I didn't want to be in this world. The fuck what I need in Babylon? I didn't want to be there. I was okay on Tamaray. You know what I'm saying? Why you think I dropped to my knees and hugged them statues? Because that's the closest I done touched Tamaray since I've been there. I ain't never want to come to this world. Now I got people like Tabitha Jet, the rest of them still trying to find a way to slander me. And it's like, yo, lady, whatever you think that overseer is supposed to have been handled or done to me because I'm supposed to be some fake this and all the other stuff, why it ain't been done already? You understand? Like, what the fuck? I didn't know all the elders were devils. That's fucking me up right now. I'm steady trying to talk to this lady. Say, you saying we supposed to be getting this book that's supposed to have all the records of all of this, da-da-da-da. And her only response to me is, oh, you are of your father, the devil. You don't know nothing about me and my mate, da-da-da-da. Lady, I don't give a fuck who you calling your mate or none of that. I don't have nothing to do with that. I was awakened in a war that wasn't mine. This ain't my war. It was y'all adults who was doing this shit. Y'all adults, y'all lived your life. It's so convenient. Everybody done lived their life and did all the dirt that they did, and the nigga that don't got his hands in the dirt now, everybody want to dump their shit on them. Everybody want to dump their shit on a nigga who didn't have his hands in the dirt. What would I have stood to gain from him being locked up? I'm not one of these people, but I'm still being lined up with them. I'm getting slandered by the Nubians. I'm getting slandered by the Sabians. I'm getting shot at by these idiots, these demons with no soul. I'm being threatened like I won't pull up and lay down any establishment if it wasn't for Nuwapu. It's like I'm having to deal with all of this, and at the same time they saying just stick to divine love. Just stick to divine love. Let people just keep walking all over you. That's what they really trying to say. Let people walk all over you and see how I feel at the end of the day. I swear it'll scare the shit out of this planet if I stand up. You don't know me. It'll scare the shit out of these people on this planet. I was just talking to my mom about that shit. What the fuck? We don't have to keep acting like we just these little lambs. The fuck? I scare the shit out of these people. Standing up for real. I can't believe this shit. They don't know. I wasn't given no time. Nobody gave me no time. I didn't get not one moment to grieve my brother. Before I got to still deal with the shit that happened before he left. Never got a chance to do that. But what I do, I stay on the mission. What I do, I don't break away. I can't break away. I can't go away and do my own thing in life. What a luxury. But I can't do that. And I keep saying, if y'all want to walk with this thing here called Nuwapu, you don't sign up and then dip out. This shit, they don't know how that look. You ain't talking about you want to play basketball and seeing that whether or not I'm on the basketball court. Nigga, you joining some shit that's been around. You getting involved in a war. You don't just say, never mind. Who think they can do that? You can't just be like, never mind. But you know what? It ain't the first time it done happened. A few times it done happened just like this. This moment that y'all hearing me in, I'd have been in this moment a few times on this walk. You go back to when I was 10, that's around the time it started. You find some people, you think they rocking, you think they walking, and then personal reasons, everybody start handling you and treating you however they want to treat you and handle you. And they forget what the whole purpose was that you even stepped into their life. They forget. People start handling you like you just some little person out here. And then you got to switch and find some more people. But how many times we going to switch? How many times we got to find some more people until we get it done? Okay, Dr. Melikazi York is still locked up. You think the Sabians going to help him? 90% of them is devils. I told you that. They don't want them out. They don't even care. How many people you think going to get on live and pour their heart out? They too busy trying to hide behind what they think the image of Nuwapu or the image of Wusabat is. Ain't none of them real. What happened to the real ones? It used to be there. He real. You know what I'm saying? Now everybody want to act like they don't swear and all this. Man, y'all motherfuckers is lying. And the one who locked up do. He cussed like a sailor and the one who built the boat. Where the real ones at? We don't have no real ones. Everybody thinking about themselves. You see what I'm saying? And then you got a few people just watching death move around because everybody's scared. Because they thinking the death moving around for the ones who weren't moving right and taking people up out of here. So you got them dealing with that. Ain't nobody focused on helping him. They hurting him. All the moves they making, getting him in trouble, in the hole. It's like I'm watching it end. And I'm screaming like people don't understand. I already accessed what you call nirvana. I already touched it. I came back. I accessed it already. I know a few who have, and they came back. And they said, well, we going to extend it. It's all about extension. We're going to get another window. We get another window. We get more time. We get more time. You got the devil asking for more time, and then you got us asking for more time on behalf of people who don't even love us, don't even care. They wouldn't be able to tell the difference between window 1 or 4. And it's like, yo, what do these people... So I came to tell y'all, it's finna be different, bro. It's finna be different. I can't keep playing this game. I can't keep kicking it. I'm not the one who's been telling people, oh, you want to go far, go together. You want to go fast, go along. However they said. Nah, I'm one of the people who, when I was in that little survival class they did, it showed that when you by your damn self, you actually get up out of here. It's the ones who thinking it's time to click up and all this other stuff. That's the ones who don't make it because you forget the nature of people. When you start clicking up, you got to learn what it means to be on your own. And that's what they walking in. You got to learn what that shit mean. Like, what do that shit really mean? Well, can you trust you? If you could trust you, you ain't got to worry about whether you could trust the next man or the next woman. Can you trust you? Are you going to handle you wrong? Make sure you standing on your own too. Make sure you not mistreating you. Make sure you standing up to what you saying you going to stand up to. Man, please, I forgot how that was like because I put myself on the cross for all these people. I was talking to my brother earlier today. I said, nigga, I just realized from 2023, from the activation of the green light, I was giving, more teachings, more books, more of this, more of that, more a gathering here, another light, another degree, 17 classes in a row, losing my voice, fighting and going over here. Let's work with this attorney. Now I'm getting blamed for what the fuck the attorney didn't do. The attorney didn't file. Okay, get them people involved. I don't care. You want me to get the FBI for you? Go get them, and they gonna see exactly what we got in them records, that them people got sent their money. It's when you wire somebody their money, that ain't no text message or no Cash App or no Apple Pay. Then they got wired $40,000. Whatever he did or he didn't do, that nigga gonna be in court. What the fuck am I gonna, why am I being called and saying I knew these people were gonna take the money? No, the fuck I didn't. I heard about their potential. The same way I heard about all these people potential to be devils. It don't matter whether they were called a black devil or a snake or none of that. I still didn't just hold them to what somebody else said. I went to go see. I went to go testify. I'm being advised, get the fuck away from these Nubians. I'm being advised, stay the fuck away from them Sabaeans. I'm being advised by people who drove for the master, people who were right there with the master, people who, when nobody wasn't able to get in touch with them, they were still able to get a call from the master, like my aunt. These people saying, stay the fuck away from these people. My mama warning me. And I'm like, look, let me just see. Family, I shook, man. All that shit was fake. I just didn't know it. I didn't know it was fake. So then we got to shift gears and say, all right, even if when I got to you and you was a devil, when I got to you, that was your opportunity to show that you were going to help us. You see what I'm saying? We can use a cherub. We can use a seraph. We can use a disagreeable or agreeable. We don't care. Whoever going to be able to access that loyalty inside of them to the throne and activate that, that's who we need. I wasn't looking at, okay, I know you a black devil. You told me you a black devil. But at the same time, we put a cherub in front of the garden to guard it. The black devil or a cherub or whoever you want to call them can do our works for us. They just chose not to. They could have. Even when I spoke to them on the phone saying what you just did was some black devil shit when you went around me. That's what he's saying. Don't do that. Them folks still that you can't change these people. At least I can't. I can't change these people. So I'm not responsible for whether or not Attorney Tucker ran off with these people money, but I'm being held accountable for that. It's like, yo, okay, fine. This is what they mean by you want to put yourself on the cross. Somebody got to pay for this shit. Somebody got to pay for this shit. You want to put yourself on the cross, somebody got to pay for it. Well, people just don't know. This is the only time I'm going to say it, though. Yeah, when you looked at me a certain way, that shit hurt. I just didn't give a fuck. Yeah, I can feel it. I just didn't give a fuck. Yeah, I look at you and I don't understand why you handle me a certain way. I just didn't give a fuck. Meaning, I didn't hold you to it. I knew you didn't know who you were seeing. I knew you didn't know who you were dealing with. You dealt with who I allowed you to think you were dealing with for the time being. I know when everybody had their own mission and their own heart and their own desires and everybody wanted, it's like this thing where it's like, who think I'm God? Who think I got a belt? You don't got to sneak and do shit. Whatever you want to do, people can do that. Everybody, ever since 2023, people been sneaking around me. It's like, you don't have to do none of that. Anybody want to be who they, I respect you for being who you are than to be the nigga that try to backdoor me. I respect you for just saying, hey, look, I know you told me this, I ain't doing that shit. Okay, I fuck with that. You operating in your God's seat. Not the one who gonna act like they in their God's seat, but then really they playing the Kosh seat and you going around me. So what's the purpose in being around me, or what's my purpose of being around you? If we ain't working on what we supposed to be working on, then it must be my time to go. And whatever they gonna move me, they gonna move me, but it's not gonna be we. That's where I'm at. I'm looking at it like, okay, where we at in this? Time should not have frozen this long. It should not have frozen this long. The misdirection and all that, I got so many eyes on me from so many different agencies and people and all of that I can't even keep up with it. So whatever I tell these people out here, they supposed to think that. Those who close enough to understand what it is I've been expressing and showing, them the ones who I'm looking to say, don't you know I held the gate for you? Don't you know when I said I'm the last one through the gate, you don't know what a bodhisattva is? You didn't read my book, Blue Kachina. You didn't look into the teachings that I was putting out and actually pay attention to what I was saying and what it had to do with me. You didn't see that? I held the gate for you. Wasn't nobody going to hold that space. There was nobody talking about the green light. Fuck being humble. Let's be truthful. Nobody was out here pushing the green light. Nobody. And nobody was able to show you the green light. Nobody. Nobody. Nobody put their heart on the line. But what they do, they put their herbs on the line. They put you online to buy their herbs. Or they put his books on the line. They put you online to buy his books. And niggas still out here ginning out about them books. Talking about y'all don't even got all the books. Not even realizing, Zuan, that if you saying you ran off with the fucking scrolls, the nigga put the rest of the books in the link then. But we can't count on you to do that when you deleted all the books out the link. You deleted them. So what the fuck the purpose is if you got all the so-called rest of these books, if you ain't gonna give them to us so we can give them out to these people for free? All you doing is flexing that you got possession of somebody else's work so that you can hold it captive and monetize off of it. I hope they burn the shit out your nervous system. I hope they skin y'all niggas alive in the lower realms. I hope they eat your soul, spit it back on your face, and turn it into foundation. The fuck is wrong with y'all niggas? And you really think you got some time to be able to say something to me? I promise you, not in person. I'll peer a hole through your whole psyche. You playing with the center. For money, for mammon. You playing with the center, nigga. What? You playing with Mikael, nigga. What are you talking about? These people getting a little too cocky in the earth plane. We gonna catch you. You a little cocky right now. We gonna catch you though. And everybody got their day of standing where they got to exit that little flesh bag that made them so cocky. What's up with these people? Now I guess the Tabba Jets arrested them. They got to call me. I told that lady, hey, look, I've been nice and calm and cool and collected with you. But what you doing is defamation, shawty. I don't think you got time, space, or finances to handle no lawsuit. I've been dealing with you nicely and smoothly. And I've been dealing with a lot of y'all nicely and smoothly. But when you sit there and use your public platform to attempt to turn people against me, especially online, not only is that cyberbullying, they got all kind of shit they can hit you with. Defamation of civil and criminal. Stop playing with me. If you so busy helping the master teacher, you ain't got time to slander somebody. The only one who responded to you, by the way, because you keep saying these people won't respond to you. Why when I say that, they never respond to me? They never say nothing to you. And I keep telling you, I'm not them, so why I'm still responding to you? You keep getting a response out of me, yet you keep still trying to drag my name amongst the devils. I regret coming to this place. I regret, why am I wasting my time with these human beings? The fuck am I wasting my time for? Somebody give me one reason. Somebody give me one reason. What's what? People don't understand. I started rapping for this at 5. I didn't start rapping just because I like rap. I started rapping because I learned about the rest of what was moving and knew that I wanted to be a celebrity. And I wanted to help push the positive messages out and help people know who Dr. Melikazi York is because I saw what happened. The fuck? Somebody give me a reason why I'm still doing this shit. These people done lost their motherfucking mind. It's like you get one or the other. The ones who jump the ship and abandon ship, and the ones who try to play captain of the ship and don't know where the fuck we going. It's like, you can't get around it. You can't get around it. So, no, I'm in a different seat. People, I'm tired of asking for help. I'm tired of asking for help. I'm tired of telling people, hey, walk with me. I'm tired of that shit. That shit tiring. I'm tired. And I don't have no life outside of it. I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of how people treat me. So this ain't gonna be no, oh, I'm about to cry. You ain't finna get a tear out of me. I told you, I'm out of all that. You ain't getting no tear out of me. What you finna get is exactly what they told you was coming. That's what people gonna get. Exactly what they said is coming. No more of that peace shit, straight swords, and let the ones who oversee be my judge. No more of that peace shit. Oh, y'all wanna hold y'all nuts on me? I got something for that. I got something for that. You see what I'm saying? And I'm not even talking about no social media shit. I'm talking about in his life realm. I made the mistake of signing up to be the lamb. I made that mistake. That was an error. No, I shouldn't have did that because they already have the lamb. They already have the lamb. And look at what they did to the lamb. So what the fuck? I don't know. Unless they know something I don't know, I resign. I don't want to be, no, I don't want to be they nothing. Because if this is what they do to them, this how these people do? No, I don't want to. I couldn't believe this shit. Being around family, being around the New Orleans beings, I saw this shit. I couldn't believe it. As we got older, it's like the less and less Nuwapu I saw. And then it's like, no matter what you replace it with, you can say, Wusabat, all this stuff is still not, it's still not being lived. And it's like, who do y'all think y'all fooling? The children are grown now. So the only ones you could be possibly trying to fool is the newer children and these people out here. And I'm telling these people out here, don't even waste your time, y'all. Don't even waste your time. You want to find something, seek Yanun. Like I told you, look for Yanun. Call out them tones. Ask for the overseers to show you signs of whether or not this got something to do with you. Read the books. But all that community culture shit, ain't none. It's not there, and he'll tell you that. We don't have no culture. He can give us a culture, but they don't even want that. And even still, the culture has a reason, a purpose. There's a purpose for the culture. There's a purpose for it. It ain't just so everybody can just sound the same, talk the same, live the same. Nigga, it's that culture is so that you can be identified. You're like, man, you nigga tell me I don't know the doctrine. Nigga, you don't know the doctrine. The fuck are you talking about? What's the purpose of the culture if it's not for Murazaku to recognize you? Then what the fuck is I don't give a damn about no dancing, what dance we got, or none of that extra shit if it don't have nothing to do with being recognized and acknowledged by that which is, that's what the end is about. The end of this story is you get seen. And once you get seen and acknowledged and known, you get removed before this place is destroyed. Or tell me it ain't true. And I'll live my life. Don't be playing these games. Tell me it ain't true then. Or that you ain't really going, you don't think this place gonna end. You don't think you telling the truth. But if it's what y'all been telling us since we was little and explaining to us about and moving the goalpost about, because it was supposed to be 2003, then 2009, then 2012, then 2013, then 2020, then 2023, then we in 2026 now. What is it, 2027, then 2030, then 2032, but now they saying there's no more. Or ain't no more pickups, ain't no more. This whole thing was a fake. This whole thing was fake. If you want to know the truth, ask them to show you the truth. They don't have the dates. They don't have the time. They don't have none of that. These people got an economy, and they trying to uphold it. And I simply don't care about that. Because what they trying to tell me, they said by 2032, they're expecting that Baba won't be here no more. What you think that mean for y'all? What are you talking about? What you think that mean for y'all? The only grace you get is that he here. What you think that mean for y'all? What are you talking about? The village need to burn. That's how I see it. If y'all will abandon the one who built it, it need to burn. The village need to, whatever is coming need to come. Whatever judgment is coming, it need to happen. And I just refuse to believe that the people like Tabitha Jet and the rest of them, I refuse to believe they really are caring about him, because they wouldn't be doing what he said don't do. He said don't be going out there slandering and all that other stuff and putting out things you don't know to be true. He said don't do that. You're still doing it. He said leave them people alone. You still messing with them people. He said stop making them videos. You still doing that. You doing exactly the opposite of what he said do. He said work with these people. You won't work with them. You see what I'm saying? And then I look at it and say, well, how many devils was it? And my mama said she had that dream when she was younger. When we were younger, she had that dream. And then she said she fell to her knees when she realized all them people going into them apartment buildings. They had got some apartments, and it was her and another sister standing outside waiting. And she looked at the sister. She said, well, the master ain't tell us to go in, so I'm not going in there. But all the other Nubians was running in to pick their house or pick what unit they was going to be in. And she said some little tadpole-looking technology was flying over and nuked the whole apartment complex. And my mama said when she saw that and she saw the explosions, she said she dropped to her knees and covered her ears. And she was like, oh, no. She was like, are we all disagreeables? And then she looked up and she saw the master pulling up. And he hopped out. She said he had a white suit on. She was looking at him. She was confused. She said, they said you was locked up. He said, don't believe the Nubians. He said, I've been traveling. I'm tired. I need to rest. Da-da-da-da. And that whole dream just remind me about right now. Because now I can see it for myself. All these people will disagree. Look, if you have to think about what I'm saying, I have to show it a different way. Think about yourself, not me right now. Think about you. And if you can't, I'm not talking to you. If you could think about you, if you're the person in your life, you're genuine, you look out for everybody, you love on people, you ain't out to hurt nobody, you ain't trying to, snake nobody. If you that person in your life, and then you look at certain people and you're really confused as like why they do what they do, or why they handle you a certain way, or why people think you can't see what's moving, all that stuff. You see people around you and they'll do certain things and you're really a seer. So you're confused as like they can't see you a seer. No, they can't. Only seers will be able to see a seer. The seers can see, but others can't see. So they think that because they can't see, their vision is based on your vision, and vice versa. It's not the same. So you're looking at people. Why do people do what they do? Why are people selfish? Why do people have hate in their heart? Why are people, what I'm saying? You looking at that? If you really like that, and you're not just trying to make yourself seem like that, then I'm talking to you. You know what I'm saying? This realm that they done built up, it ain't for you. Your challenge was to change it. It's just that because of how scattered we are, it's hard to do it. It's hard to reach people. And it's hard to really be a genuine person in this planet. It's hard because everybody's for self. It's a tough thing. So that's what you're dealing with. I'm looking at it and say, okay, he gave his whole life as a genuine person. I saw what I saw, the works that he gave. And now I'm here looking at it and say, okay, I know I'm not a devil. I don't know how many people can say that. I don't care. I'm not even, when these people say what they say, it don't do nothing but make me make sure I'm on point. I know I'm not a devil. I know I'm not a disagreeable. I know I don't have bad intentions. I know that when I step up to the plate with love, that's what I mean. I know when I went around to these people to see whether or not they were really going to help them, I did it in front of y'all. Am I lying? We would go live with these people. I took time on this for years in front of y'all. Not to mention the work behind the scenes before 2022. I took time on this for years in front of y'all. So since 2022, you've been seeing me deal with the Sabaeans and the Nubians in real time. And what have you observed? Think about it. You've been watching me and you've been watching them. What have you observed? When you go into their rooms, what are they doing? Arguing, debating, hating on each other, flexing on each other, stunning on each other, throwing titles around. And new people come in and they don't give a fuck. They keep doing it as if we're not taught how to make sure that when people are coming, whatever it is they're introduced to, they get the best of it. We're taught that. They didn't do that. I would have to tell them, yo, there's new people in here. You know what I'm saying? That don't know nothing about none of the shit y'all in here arguing about. They only here to read the scrolls. I do that, but what they say, they go out and say, he don't read the books. He told people don't read the books. I never told people don't read the books. What are you talking about? And since I've been pushing around y'all, I've been telling people to read the books. Since I've been pushing around y'all, I told people how to get the books for free. I'm not even selling his books. I don't get no credit for that. I got the biggest platform. I didn't sell his stuff. Nobody don't even notice that. But all these other people, they would love to have this big of a platform. Why? Because they be done made millions off this shit. They would have found a way. With this big of a platform, they would, because the work is already done. It's easy to ship his work and sell his work. I didn't do that. I got a book on the way now, another book. I said, what's the name of the book? Who Created the Water? I'm working on books. I got 20 books that I wrote myself and I sold. I didn't sell his books. You know what I'm saying? I didn't digitally defraud his works and put it online and act like it's mine and act like it's got something to do with him. It just has something to do with these people's pockets. You see what I'm saying? So I don't understand. Like, I'll talk to my mom about it. Say, I don't get this shit on me. Right? And she said, they are all devils. I told you. And now I get to see it, the shit. This is the late night thoughts of how did I get myself in this situation? I put myself here. Where could I have been if I would have just listened to what the elders were telling me? They told me to leave this thing alone. And then I had a version of myself that came to me in 2022 that told me don't do this. And I cried because I was like, yo, I don't know how to not do this. My heart says do it. So how is another version of myself saying don't do this? And those who remember me saying that, you remember me saying that. And it's like, I think that version of me is warning me because it knows, or he knows, what I don't know. And maybe what I don't know is that, man, so many people done tried to do this and failed. Because it's not because their works weren't worthy or they didn't put in. It was because of people. The people, bro. You got to look. How many people know you take yourself out of the occasion, right? Or the equation. You take yourself out of the equation. How many people know that you are that anchor in people's lives? You are that. If you subtract yourself, a lot of things that's moving, even in the direction of Nuwapu, it ain't happening. And some people may not even notice it's like that. Some people might not notice it. They say, oh, you only supposed to walk with the master. That's true. You only walk with the master, the messenger of Nuwapu. However, if you can't find or locate the master, then someone shows up to show you how. So how the fuck you gonna learn how to do that without walking with them? This don't make no fucking sense to me. It's like, how is it a crime to show people the way home? Where the fuck I'm leading them to? My ship? I don't know where no damn ships is at. Where I'm leading them to? My doctrine? I don't have one. And I'm like, well, I don't get it. To the point where these people trying to talk to me on stage, on the Big Fat stage, talking about, you could do your thing. I'm like, bro, whatever y'all saying, I'm not taught like that. I'm taught the master is the master. I'm not going, this is his thing. So how I'm going to try to take over in his thing? It don't matter if I felt like I agree with him or don't. It still don't make sense principle-wise to take over in his thing. Then what I do, I'm going to start over something brand new. You tell me how. How the fuck I'm going to do that? How I'm going to start over something brand new when the story is what matters. It's the story that matters. The miracle that the 3-year-old grew into this without ever being around him, that's the story. So you're going to tell me the story is supposed to shift to the 3-year-old turns 27 and then decides to what? To what? To become NOI? Give me a fucking break, bro. None of that makes sense. I'm like, what? Maybe that was the devil at the damn crossroad. But I'm like, that was easy. That wasn't no hard test to pass. How am I deny the one I know? That don't even make sense. You can get me you can easily get me to deny the ones I don't know shit about. You better off asking about Jesus. You better off asking me about beings I ain't never seen. You better off asking me about beings who work. I can't talk to you about their work because I ain't get touched by their work. You gonna ask me to deny the one who made it be that I can sit in that seat? You crazy. You done lost your mind. You know what I'm saying? So it's man, y'all, and I gotta say this because we here. I know I can tell you, 'cause I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't want to be in this bitch. I'd be lying. I'd be lying. I would talk to certain people. They say, man, you don't want to think like that. You don't want to speak like that. Man, stop telling me what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I know this ain't the end for me, but I don't want to be. But I got to say this: everybody be cautious, because for those of you who don't have that mental stability, make sure you striving to obtain it and maintain it, because there is some type of demon moving around. I don't know what type of being would have employed it, but there's a certain type of demon moving around. A lot of people taking themselves out. You see what I'm saying? I done seen that lately. A lot of people just getting themselves up out of here. And it's because they get under pressure and they can't handle it. You see what I'm saying? So I would advise that in them times when you really feeling like that, man, look, maybe sometimes you really don't have nobody, because you want to know what's so crazy. I really don't feel like I got nobody I can call. That's the crazy part. Like, nobody I can call that's not what people think, like call and say what I got going on, but just call like how I called my brother. Because it was another night recently, I called one of my other brothers on my dad's side. But he was like, he don't got no car. And my other brother was asleep, ready for work. I'm like, man, please, if one of my brothers call me and say they just need to take a ride, I don't give a fuck if I got work in the next 20 minutes. I'm not going to work. That's just me, though. But you want to know who else was like that? My brother Hassan. He would have came to get me. So I had to be my own strength. I had to be my own support. I had to be my own vent system. You know what I'm saying? I had to be able to, you know what I mean? Like, I had to be able to, I couldn't take no ride. I was able to make a call. You know what I'm saying? I was able to call. I called Sunday. I was speaking to her. She was able to talk to me. She ain't had the cards. I asked her if she could pull Urim and Thummim cards for me. She didn't have them, but she was like, she's like, did you ask your Umi to do it? I'm like, I don't want to bother my mom. I'm like, I don't want to bother her. At the same time, I learned the next day that my mom was pulling, or my Umi was pulling cards around the same time that I was asking for them. And the card she pulled was talking about me, somebody that was feeling stuck, trapped, and all kind of stuff. And you know what I'm saying, looking for balance and needed a way out. So it's like I was able to get out of that situation. But it's like every day is a new thing. It's a new thing. And the thing that's challenging me now is, will I be by myself? Meaning, like, how will I be by myself? And that's the thing you really don't know. I don't know how. If they put me by myself, I don't know how I'm going to be by myself. Because for so long, I've been looking out for everybody. And, you know what I'm saying, taking care of everybody. I wasn't able to do the 40 days that I wanted to do, because I could have done it. But if I would have done it, then my people would have suffered. And so I did what the Sattvas do, the Bodhisattva, and I came back. But I ain't want to come back. Let's get that clear. I ain't want to come back. No, I wanted to go, but there was so many things. There's so many things that I knew were going to require attention, and there was no one to hold it down. So I had to come back. I said, people are going to suffer if I go and suffer. And my purpose wasn't for people to suffer. And you want to know what that is? When someone taking that walk, you don't want people to suffer. So I came back. I said, okay, maybe, but it's like, since I came back, it feel like I'm in the way. I thought I was helping. I thought I was going to be, keeping people in tune that would, feel like I'm in the way ever since I returned. And it's like everything been kind of different. Like, I can speak, I can come on here and all that, but everything is a little different lately. It's just a little different. I can't put my finger on it, but it's like I really don't know where to go, where to stand. But the only thing that makes sense is when I think about Yanu. Earlier today, my brother came to get me. You know what I'm saying? We about to ride out. Before he pulled up, I called out Yanu, and the rains came literally immediately and picked up. It was raining real hard. The second time he did it within the past 7 days. That's the only thing that be comforting me. Like, that's the only thing that like really makes sense to me. Everything else, even this conversation, it just feels synthetic. It feels like numbers, computer screens. It feels like science of math. It just feels like computer science. It feels like simulation. The other night, I was murdered in one of my other existences, and I came back and couldn't remember where the fuck I was at. I got up. I was asking questions. I asked you some questions. I called Sunday. I said, yo, how did we meet? I couldn't even remember how we met, but it was 5 a.m. It might have been around that time. So it was like, I guess everybody was still kind of sleepy. Somebody was really answering me. So I couldn't really get the answers that I needed. So I said, okay, they always leave a glitch. And they did. They left a glitch in my voicemail. I don't even know how I knew to go and find it, but I went to my voicemails and I got two calls from the Cobb County Police Department on June 26th. And they were telling me that they were responding that they were going to have people, because I went to them to get some security for June 26th event, to have them secure the area. And they were, following up on me, but I never got their call, so I don't even know how I missed their call. But I went back 3 days ago and saw that voicemail, 2 voicemails, and the glitch was in the 5 seconds. Within 5 seconds, the lady stumbled on her words. And then she told me a number to call her back at. And then another lady called me. And at 5 seconds, she stumbled on her words. And then she gave me the same number to call back. But when she gave me the number, the last 2 digits were different. And so I went and typed in them digits in my phone to listen to the dial tone to see what type of melody it made. And the melody that it made was saying, oh, where has my something gone? Oh, where could it be? It's like the fluctuation of the numbers, the variation of the numbers created a sequence. And that sequence was a tone. And that tone was that song. I said, I know that song. But where do I know that song from? And I went and looked the shit up and found out what it was and just let me to hear that. I said, the glitch. I found the glitch. But I couldn't take time to figure out how the fuck I knew to look in my voicemail to find the glitch. But I know it got something to do with these phones and this technology. Or when we jump timelines, those of us who do, which is a few of us, it's like, man, this shit is crazy. Why am I even trying to explain this shit? Because another thing, when I got back, I was like, don't try to explain it. I was trying to talk, but I had to ask questions. The people, some of the elders I was calling, they were asleep. They wouldn't answer. So it's like, I can't get the answers that I need of why I'm here right now. And maybe that's why I feel so off. Or it's like a different reality. People are not relating to me the same way. It's like a different reality. I don't know how to explain it. It feels weird. And it's like, I feel like I'm out of place in this reality. Not in no location, no none of that. That's what I was doing. Walking around that whole AM. Couldn't rest. Trying to figure out what is my purpose here. Which means that whoever I was before they killed me over there, which they didn't explain why they killed me over there, it was 3 men in black and white suits, Caucasoids with blonde hair. And they had on that agent thing in their ear. And they shot me in the head. But before they shot me in the head, I got shot 2 times in the arms running away from them. And I stopped by this alleyway and I turned to them because I was trapped. I was like, look, I said, I don't understand any of this. I literally said, I don't understand, which is weird to me because that's not my lingo. But in that realm, that was my lingo. I said, look, I don't understand any of this. I said, please, don't kill me. And he shot me, pow. And when he shot me, it's like I felt and heard like computer, digital sounds and warping. And then I got back here and it was pitch black, no lights on. And I was laying on my back, looking at the ceiling. And a purple outline of my body was coming down from the ceiling. And when it landed in my body, I was able to move and I tossed over onto my stomach and I started to speak out and ask, like, yo, where am I at? How did I get here? Wait, what is this? And it took a second, and then my memory started to come back. But when my memory was coming back, I didn't want to remember because when I was remembering, it was taken away from what I could pull from being in transition. And when I was in transition from there to here, there was a different type of memory that I had that this is not my world. But I kept losing it because I had to remember to be here. And it was frustrating. Like, I don't want to remember. I need these specific questions answered, but I don't want to remember all of this because I get these specific questions answered. Then it's going to help me figure out what that transitionary period was teaching me and reminding me about and where I just came from and why they killed me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. And now I'm here. It's like, bro, none of this shit makes sense. You know, I can make a video tomorrow. You know, we can go viral tomorrow. None of that shit don't add up, though. It's not the same. Something ain't right. It's like whoever was here before I was here in this body, they were doing this. I wasn't doing this. So it's like I'm picking up on it, but it's like, what is this? What is this? I don't even know the answer. Like, how am I shouldn't be confused about what this is because I know what this is. But the memory is all I have. I have memory of doing this. I have memory of starting at 5. I have memory of everything I've talked about on this live, but I don't know why I'm here. I just know I was somewhere else, and when they were about to kill me, I knew for sure I was going to die. I did not know I was going to transition here. I knew I was going to die. I didn't know what it meant. I knew there was going to be black. I knew that, but I didn't know I'd be back here. And to be back here doesn't seem like I'm back here. To be back here seems like I just got here. And I got all these memories of this person who was here before that day. And this happened 3 nights ago. I got all these memories, and it's like, and it's some of the, like, the people on the timeline are the same. I remember people from the timeline, but it's a different type of way that I'm being related to. It's like the shit don't seem the same. Some it's like it's shifting in different ways. I don't know. I'm looking at it like it's hard to explain. Can anybody understand it? No. Let me tell you why. Because I told y'all before that when I go into my dreams and I tell the people in my dreams that I'm not there for real, they don't really get it. They try to understand it, but they don't get it. So this is kind of the same thing. I'm trying to explain that this me is not, I wasn't here. So now I don't really know what this is supposed to be. And I got all these feelings and emotions and memories from who was here. But I'm telling you right now, in this space and time allotted, this ain't my body. I don't even know where I just came from. I don't know why they killed me. However, what I do remember is I do this. I do remember that. I do go to different worlds. And in all of the worlds, I'm wanted. Wherever I'm at, they want me out the way. I do know that. I got a certain amount of protection for a certain amount of time, and then they get rid of me. When they get rid of me when I'm about to inject something into their algorithm that changes everything. Might have been why I've been suppressed. A lot of y'all be looking saying how people still not able to see the. We fight to keep it pushing, but in all actuality, if I don't do something that activates algorithm, then it's not pushed. You know what I'm saying? It's a suppression. And it's like the same thing in life. If I don't activate, nothing happens. If I disappear, the mission goes. So it's like, then what is this? What are y'all trying to show me? What are y'all telling me then? What do I need to do here? And that's the vow of the Bodhisattva. We vow that we're going to help all sentient beings reach the place or point of the nirvana, the non-suffering. And it's kind of like a paradox because there's so many countless beings here that exist as that sentient being. Is like, how are we going to help all them? We can't. You get a rare occurrence of Neo. Neo was able to do it like in that movie where he turned himself into light and was able to actually aid and assist those who were trapped in the Matrix realm. Well, how the fuck I'm going to do that? How the fuck I'm going to do that? So, yeah, this shit don't really make sense to me. Yeah. I don't know why you've been killed in your dreams, but I know this wasn't no dream. Wherever I was at, I was there. It wasn't a dream. And I stopped to talk to them. I saw them. It was 3 of them. And they looked like the fucking Agent Smith niggas, except they had blonde hair. And they didn't speak. They just fucking shot me. They put the gun in my head and shot me. But before that, I said, yo, I don't understand it. Please. I said, please, nigga. They shot me. And when they shot me, it's like I knew I was dead and consciousness froze and went black. But then there was a stream. I was being streamed along. And I got here and it's like, I was confused when I got here. It wasn't like I woke up and say, oh shit, a bad dream. No, I was confused like, wait, what? Wait, what happened? How did I get here? What is this? Where am I at? Why am I there? That was the response. And now it feels like time is frozen. So I don't know what it means. Maybe this is something that I'm supposed to leave for someone else. I think at this point, like when you get here, I think you gotta focus on you. I don't know what it means, but if you ever get to the point where it's like you can rest, but you can't. Like you sleep, but it's like you keep getting up. It's like nothing has a feel. Whatever you do, nothing really has a feel to it. Some people might say it's numb, but it's not numb. It's like an overstanding, like Lethal Shooter. It's kind of like you overstand it now. Like nothing really has a feel to it. Cycles are like ball and chain. So whatever cyclical prison this is, you have escaped it at that point. But you can keep leaning back into it like jumping rope, but you really don't have to. But it's because you trying to hold this shit together. But you have to understand, if it's you I'm talking about, wherever you at in your realm, if you chosen and elect and you going through this, you got to understand, you can only stay on the boat while it's sinking for so long. No matter what excuse you try to give yourself, if they ain't gonna swim, they ain't gonna swim. They ain't gonna exit, they ain't gonna exit. So I'm saying, you stay in that building and it's burning, and you trying to, it don't matter what excuse you try to give yourself, you know what I mean? You stay in that building, you gonna burn with it. That's how this goes. So like, I'm looking at this shit like, yo, say a prayer, because tonight, that's it. Tonight, that's it. I wanna step beyond the veil, and I'm going to. And when I do, nobody gonna be ready. And I don't care, because I'm ready. And like, I can't keep putting this shit off. I'm not what I'm saying. I'm not what I'm showing. I'm like only showing 20%, and it's like, it's not benefiting me. It's benefiting everybody because they can dip in on that 20%. I'm not 20%. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's say you got a light in your hand, but you covering it. So like only a little bit getting through. And people doing whatever they want to do with that light. And you watch and say, damn. It's like if you leave somebody $5, say, watch my money. And you come back and you got like $2 left. You say, where my money at? You know what I mean? Oh, no, I did this with it. I did that with it. You gonna run off with my money? How you run off with the money? You know what's so crazy? I got $5 billion sitting right here. I could have gave you. You didn't even see that back there. That's $5 billion. I would let you have that. You ran off with $3 out of the 5. It's crazy. I'm watching it happen though. People have to understand some stuff you don't play with. Don't play with this shit. I don't play with this shit. I can't play with this shit. Don't play with this. This is about to get real. It's about to get very real. Don't play with this walk. Because you're being watched. You want to know what's true? You're being watched. I told you that though. A book that everybody need to go back and read is Blue Kachina. Everybody need to go back and read it. If you got the Blue Kachina book and you want to send it to the people that's in here, go ahead. Let them people know they can get in touch with you to get the book. Everybody need to go back and read the Blue Kachina book. You're being watched. You're being observed. You're being surveilled. And all of it's being counted. All of it's being counted. You know what I mean? And for all y'all warriors, all right, here go my message to you. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to stand up and fight for you this time. You did it for everybody now. You know what I'm saying? You did it. Everybody up to this point, you done did it for. Don't be afraid to fight for you. Don't lose yourself to this thing. Because that's what I was on the brink of doing. And I had to, you know what I'm saying, just as sure as it's 1:35 right now, I had to turn, and 54 people on the live. I had to turn inward and ask, yo, why am I here? My mom told me she went through this. My Omi told me she went through this in 2019. I couldn't relate to it because I didn't really know what it was. She went through this. She said she was going through it. She was being cussed out, da-da-da-da, whoop-de-whoop. And she didn't know. She said when she came back, when she came here, she said she remembered being somewhere else because she saw orange furniture wherever she was at. Orange furniture and glass walls and windows. She said, and when she walked forward, she was no longer in that world. She was in this world, and she was being cussed out by her daughter, and she didn't understand why she was being cussed out. And she was on the phone with somebody, so she was asking them, telling them she was confused, saying, "Yo, what's going on? Why am I being cussed out? Break it down to me. What happened?" And the person that was on the phone was able to explain it to her, and she was telling her daughter, my sister, she was like, "You know, you ain't supposed to talk to me like that. You know, I'm your mom." But she couldn't. She said she couldn't even remember what the fuck she was going off on her about. So she couldn't even feel no type of way about what was being said to her, because she couldn't even remember what the whole purpose of her cussing at her was, and she couldn't relate and understand why the people was, saying acting like how they were acting to her, all of that. And I didn't really understand what she was saying. Now I do, because this just happened to me recently. I'm not talking about nothing this was 3 days ago. Recently, I don't even want to say incarnated, but I know when I got to this body, I didn't know what was going on. It took a good second for me to remember, and I fought it. And I knew I was running out of time. I had a certain window to be who I was. And then it's like, so whoever was in his body ain't in his body no more. There's a possibility that whoever was in his body didn't feel loved, and he left. And because of that, this body was open. And when I got removed from that realm, I was sitting here. But that don't make no sense to the average person, will it? Because, like, nigga, you just the same person. Yeah, you right. I'm told not to explain it. Because it's like a violation. Ain't nobody it's just a waste of time anyway, and they just going to classify you as crazy. So everything I just said was an allegory. You understand that, right? Everything I just said was allegorical. Don't take it literal. I'm just expressing myself through allegory. There. So, yeah, say a prayer for me. Say a prayer, because you don't know what it's like on the other side of that screen. I'll tell you that. I don't know why anybody would ever try to be me. I advise against it. Be yourself, because you in this type of seat, you're going to get drugged through the ringer. Be yourself. I don't know why nobody would try to be me. Be you. If it was anybody else doing what Phase 1 was doing, anybody else doing what Omari was doing and has been doing, man, please, we would have broke through this bitch. All kind of, the conscious community, all the people, they don't even want to mention me. You know what I mean? The mainstream media is scared of my name. You don't want that. I don't think you want that. I don't think you want big-ass multi-million-dollar rappers to my some please don't say his name. I don't think you know what that means. When a nigga like that say, please don't say his name, that means there's a blackball going around. I don't think you know what a blackball is. I think some people have an idea. There's another thing called a blacklisting. That's a whole different thing. I'm blacklisted. Blackball is one thing. That's the most common term to say it's a club and people don't want you to be in that club, so they make sure that you can't get in. That's blackball. Blacklist is not only do they not want you in the club, they don't want you around the club, they don't want you promoting near the club, they don't want you to build a franchise or empire outside of the club. They don't want you to have a club. Matter of fact, if you build a club, they're going to try to get you taken out of here in that club. If they find your location, they want to get you taken out. That's a blacklisting. That's Malcolm X was blacklisted. You see what I'm saying? Tupac was blacklisted, not blackballed. You see? Nipsey Hussle was blacklisted, not blackballed. So that's who you're dealing with, someone who's been blacklisted. And it's like, I don't give a fuck if you put me on the white, black, blue, yellow, green list. Bitch, let's go to war. I don't give a damn. You think that scared me? These niggas told me that in 2018. I was like, okay. You ain't gonna stop? Hell nah. What the fuck you think what the fuck I'm gonna stop for? Niggas be saying all kind of shit in their music and everything. I don't give a fuck. They be like, what they say? Ain't nobody tried this shit and survived this shit. Anybody tried this shit and died this shit? I didn't. I survived. I didn't die. You lied. You a cat rapper. Y'all didn't kill me. No, you didn't. I went out there. I was out there to hike. I was out there on Stone Mountain. Y'all didn't kill me. So you lied. You said, I done tried everybody. Why? Because that's what we're supposed to do. Try every spirit. Anybody come out here saying they're a rapper, prophet, artist, anything, I'm going to try you. Because that's what we're supposed to do. I want to see where you at with it. So stop lying like you killed everybody. You didn't kill me. They said, don't go against Drake. Look what he did to X. I don't give a fuck what y'all talking about. If I say Drake is a dragon, Drake is a dragon, and we're going to see whether or not he got the same power. And he don't got the same power, like I said. And the people turned on him, like I said. Everything I said was going to happen about Drake, that shit happened. And he ain't killed me, so stop lying. All that mob talk, all that, I got a different mob behind me, and you ain't seen them, and you don't know who they are. And they're programmers. So even if you try, they'll glitch it. They'll just glitch it. I know they make me confused as fuck because people done tried. No, you ever heard people say, that, oh, I had an attempt on my life? No, I literally did have an attempt on my life. A few attempts. And that's just all you're going to find if you go looking for it. An attempt. It could not register. They just calls it the glitch. And you be trying to figure out what the fuck is, like, how is this nigga not able to do this? And they glitched him. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, say a prayer for me because this shit done got weird out here for me. It's like nowhere I can turn right now other than inward. And that's how I know. So the transmission of phase 1, Omari, as you knew, that's got to end. It has to. It can't be what it's been. It has to end. I thought I could delay it. I cannot delay it any longer. You know what I'm saying? I can act as Bodhisattva in the process of transition, but I can't go any further than that. It's over. It's over. And you just have to know what it means. I told you what to do. Grab the books. Listen to the teachings. Seek Yanun. I don't own that tone. You can go outside in your backyard and chant it. You can sing it out. You can put it into music. You know what I'm saying? You do it. And see what type of responses you get. Don't wait for me. Don't just look at me and see what I'm doing. See what type of responses you get. I love to tell people put it to the test because once you put it to the test, now you can't try to blame it on me whether or not it's real. And once you know it's real, you can't blame it on me. You have to be responsible for what you know now. Most people just want to go back into the real world after they find that that shit is too much of a responsibility. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, I love y'all back. Hey, pray for me though. However you do that, whether you send your green light, whether you call on Jesus, the Christ, or you call on Yeshua HaMashiach, Isa, El Masih, you call on Yanun, whatever tones, Pa Nataru, whatever. I need you tonight to cover me because I'm about to do something, and I need y'all to understand that, you know what I'm saying, you can send covering for me. You can send covering for me. And if and when I return from what I'm about to go and embark upon, because there's something else I must do, then, you know, it's going to be different. Go and read the book of Matthew, chapter 17, verse 1 and 2. Go and read, because a lot we put on these faces, man. I think because of these faces come with all these different attributes. This is not who I am. Go and read it, and you'll see something. I'll show you a mystery. I'll show you another thing before my rebirth date, which is September 20th. Right? I'll show you some degrees if you can see, and you're going to see it looking differently. So I don't want nobody trying to, you know what I mean? Like, don't be confused. If I cut my locks or whatever you got to see visibly in this plane to understand that I'm serious about what I'm saying. You don't own the image of Omari. You were given that. You don't own the image of phase 1. You were given that. Whatever that was something that helped you get here. You ain't supposed to follow me or get caught up on no image or none of that. If I keep saying, seek Yanun. I've been saying that. I did 9 days of isolation, and in the book, what I kept saying, seek Yanun. Do that. Go in that direction. I keep showing people how to get to the center. If I've been doing that, then I'm telling you who the general is and who gonna show you what you supposed to be doing in the war. I'm telling you that. So yeah, say a prayer for me because I'm losing touch with whatever that was, whoever that being was. Even and then that whatever that event was 3 days ago, it's not adding it. It's subtracting it. 'Cause I don't know why that happened. So it's kind of hard to relate to this part of it. Just know it's about to shift. I don't want nobody to be confused. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going crazy. If you're listening to me, I'm of sound mind. I'm not going crazy. I'm not losing my senses. Some people lose their mind doing this shit, though. And I understand it. But I'm not going crazy. I'm still in my right mind. I'm just looking at it from a different vantage point now. I've seen everything I've seen. It's like now you get to the point where the tests become evident. It's like, I get what this is. I get that. I predicted that. You start about to do something you can do. When someone do something like, I know you about to do this because something that I just done figured out that need to be done. It's like if it's like they'll use people or elements or situations or events. You see what I'm saying? And then it's like, bro, if I'm just moving and not waiting for nobody to justify the motion, then it can't move like that. And I think that's what is needed at that level, at that degree. The master has to just act, do, not just think or decide, do. That's what the master has to do. And when you get to that seat of mastery, remember that I said that, because it might happen. Things in your life might get a little weird and feel a little funny. But just look at the fact that when it's time for stuff to move for you, it move, right? Okay. And then as soon as you try to involve other people, what happens? It frees up. No, you got to move. And if they with you, they'll get there. You understand that? You got to move. And anybody with you, they'll move with you. If they're not with you, they're going to go back into the world. Let them. Let them. Whatever came to mind when I said that, be ready. Because when you step in that seat, you're going to be tested and tried to see if you have it in you to do it. And I'm telling you, what I got in me ain't nobody ever seen before. What I got in me is unheard of. All it takes is for me to change my facial expression and you'll see that. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm about to go and talk to mine. I'm about to go. And ain't no telling what's about to happen. So cover me. And what I mean by cover me is put me in mind. Consider the works of Omari. Consider the works of a certain Messiah. Consider the works of a certain lamb. Consider the works of one who done bled out for this. Consider it. Consider he came unto his own received him not, and you saw that. Consider he didn't want to make it about himself. He didn't claim that he was good, no none of that as far as no, you know what I'm saying, infallible. He wasn't doing that. He kept it real. The other one, they faked it. He kept it real. Yeah, consider this one. Think of or put in mind the one who made it be that even you could find your way. And I'm not saying that I gave you the way. That's Meliki. My job, or part of my job, or roles here, was to show you the way to the way. And no one can take that, and no one can deny that. I don't need to wait for somebody to name me, you understand, to do those works. I just did it because it was the right thing to do. Open the door and let other people see the way to the truth. And that's what I did. And I'm not saying that is done. I'm just saying that part that led to that is complete. I'm tired. I have to look at things differently, so you're going to see it differently. I can't keep seeing things the same way. I'm looking at, when's everybody going to understand, bro? Y'all keep playing with me. Stop playing with me. When y'all going to understand? I'm a humble being by choice. But I'm not required to do that. I'm only required to be humble to the throne. I'm not required to be humble to any and no thing else. You see what I'm saying? Or nobody else. I'm only required to be humble to the throne. Another thing, I'm only required to show Ashuk to the throne. I am not required to show divine love, compassion, whatever y'all want to call it here. I'm not required to show that to human beings. I'm only required to show that to my chief, my general, Maku. I'm only required to be loyal to the throne. They can't tell you that because they don't know that. That's my only requirement as one of Michael's angels, Sanan and Yanun, a son of Yanun. That's my only requirement, is to be there and locked in with the Father. You see, so anybody who feeling like, yo, the pressure, all of that, good. Now you know you're not by yourself, and everybody going through it in different ways. You're not by yourself. Dodge that want to take yourself out bug. Dodge that. Some of y'all may have it in your genetics. Some of y'all you done had thoughts about it. Okay, whatever. Dodge that, because that one trying to take a few of the elect out. Whatever thought process, whatever demon or jinn that is gunning for the elect. For some reason, they didn't give me that. So it's like, no matter what pressure I was under, I think maybe because of my consideration for others, the heart that I have, I didn't want to put certain people through certain things. I think that might be like the main reason why. And I think other people can relate to that. But the point is, endure. Keep walking. Keep seeing what it is that you're supposed to be doing here. But don't lose yourself. Don't lose yourself, because you'll go crazy. And next thing you know, time be done past and you're trying to figure out, wait a minute. How is this happening this way? Or why is this happening this way? Because you won't stand up. You got to stand up. You know what I'm saying? You keep letting everybody think it's just you, love, and light and all this stuff. Then, yeah, you're going to keep feeling like that. You're going to keep feeling like that. You keep making it be that everybody can access your well of water. You know what I'm saying? And you haven't quenched your own thirst to make sure you're good. It's going to keep being like that. Sometimes you got to shut the well up and remind people real quick and swift. You know what I'm saying? Don't ever get this shit twisted. Never get this shit twisted. I signed up for this. It was not a requirement. I signed up to do this because there was nobody in that seat. And nobody would have been in that seat if I didn't sit there. Let's be clear about that. If I didn't sit in that seat, nobody would have been in that seat. And they try to make you think, this realm, this fucking place, got these little people trying to make you think that you ain't true, like you ain't who you are. The fuck is wrong with these people? You know that? Oh, he want to be bothered. Yo, why would I need to be bothered? Do you know how many seats there are? Why everybody trying to be in one seat? Are you retarded? No. Sometimes something just need to be done. You ever thought about that? You ever thought that I don't have to be the captain of the fire department to help put out the fucking fire? So you see me with a water hose and you like, he thinks he's some teacher. He thinks he's sent. He da-da-da-da. If I had to wait for Dr. Malachi York to put out a fucking phone call for me to get off my ass and do something, then I'm a fraud at that point. Because the true student or the true soldier understand what the mission is, and the general on the fucking field don't have to say, shoot him. The fuck do he got to tell me to shoot him for if we on the field, Tabitha Jet? The fuck would he have to give me a message to go and get people and bring them home? Why would he have to do that this late in the game when he told us to do that before I was born? What is wrong with these people? Something got to be wrong with these people. Gotta be really thinking about this shit. I'll be really thinking about it. Am I the drummer? But it's like, man, this shit, this round's so manipulative, bro. It really is. I'm not saying I ain't never did no shit that I wasn't supposed to do. I don't give a fuck to say that. What I'm saying is my heart, my pure intentions are real. So when I watch certain shit, I'm like, man, I really peeped the manipulative scene. There's a lot of manipulation in this realm to where I think that's people's protection. People's protection is they got to manipulate some shit. They got to make it seem like this, it seem like that. Other than just deal with their own shit. If you going to keep it real, keep it real. If not, why the fuck you want to drag everybody else down with you? I don't understand that type of mentality. You know what I'm saying? The Luciferian mentality is they know they're not getting through the gate, so they want everybody to fall with them. You see what I'm saying? Nah. You going to be real, be real. You going to hold true to the rope, hold true to the rope. You got in trouble with the master, you got in trouble with the master. The fuck you want everybody else to be in trouble with him for? If he said you took money from them folks, he said that. You addressing everything but what he said. You gonna say he lying? You see what I'm saying? He said that. He said you took money from these people. And he wasn't talking to you at that time. You see what I'm saying? So it's a lot of that going on, but it's like, how long we going to deal with that? How far they going to want to take it to try to make their point? What's the point you making? While all this happening, he's still in there. And it's like, if that's what you think, and you really saying he in there, well then, what? How you got time to do all this other shit? It should be with the connection that she got, all of that. Man, he should have been out. Any of these people talking about they got these connections, all that, he should have been out. But it's like, he keeps saying y'all can't do it when y'all not working together, and they won't work together. And y'all saw that? So I'm like, okay, cool. I think I seen everything I need to see then. I seen the inside, I seen the outside. It don't matter what you do. You try to bring the master around here. Man, please, bro. I might be the only one. I might be the only one getting up out of here. The Melakut realm can't be faked. Like once you access it, you're gonna start getting a whole different outlook on this realm. And then it's like, I was on the phone with a sister recently trying to explain this because I hadn't talked to her in a while. I was trying to explain it to her. And it's like the terminology I was using, she couldn't really understand it. And I was trying to tell her that. I'm like, listen, the terminology I'm using is like, it's only because that's the only words y'all got here for me to be able to say what I'm saying. You have to be shown this, because some of this stuff I can't say to you. Some of this stuff you really got to be able to, in Christianity, you call it a leap of faith. You see what I'm saying? You got to be shown this shit. She was just saying, you know, she couldn't really understand the terminology. And after a while, I was listening to her because she was telling me all the stuff she got going on and the things she working on in life and what she got to do to get, you know what I mean, all this. And how, you know, she holding things down and people ain't this. And I'm listening to her. And I really am listening. And I'm like, it's so crazy. You be at the door. You be right at the door. All you got to do is walk through it. But it's like, how many times we done been at the door and we telling the person at the door all the stuff we got going on in our life. And it's like, all you got to do is walk through this door. Walk through this door and all that's going to go away. And you're going to activate a new version, a new, like what you're looking for is not another brick on that pyramid. What you're looking for is a whole new plot of land. A renewal is what you need. Some people are attempting to build on their body. Some people you need a new body. Some people are trying to build on the relationships. It ain't that. You need a new relationship. Some people are trying to take stake and claim in something that's been, you don't need to take stake and claim there. You need stake and claim somewhere else. You see what I'm saying? And some people are trying to form on top of the habits that they have and work. You don't need to form on top. You need new habits. You don't need to be building on that environment. You need a new environment. You know what I'm saying? You can take that literal. You can take that as an allegory or analogy. It don't matter. Shit is new. And if you can understand what I'm saying while she talking to me, it's like, how can I say this to her without just saying it to her? So I'm saying, because to just say it is like, it comes off like a dictator and people don't like that. And I know that. It's like, you're going the wrong way. Your soul does not need to go in that direction. And it's been long enough that you've been allowing your soul to go in that direction. This world gonna lie to you. This world gonna say you need to make this amount of money. You need to be able to do this. You need to do that. Okay, but your soul got a different type of contract. And it wants to go in a different direction. And your body wants to go in a direction that says you have to be able to compete, live a certain lifestyle, drive a certain car. All of that is about survival, flesh, status, all of that. It don't have nothing to do with the soul, the psyche that links you into them higher planes. So sometimes your soul get pulled in another direction. You want to know another example of that? My soul was pulled to this live, because if it wasn't, ain't no telling where my body would have went. I had to grab my phone and go live. I had to. You see what I'm saying? So I could stream as opposed to just carrying it. Cause I really just, sometimes just me. It just feel like me. And I'm in a dark realm, literally a dark room. It's like, yo, I can't believe how all this shit happened. But I needed to stream it. You see what I'm saying? So it was tough. I wanted to tell her, like, yo. But eventually I had to let her, like, okay, make the decisions they gonna make. You can talk to them, you can explain it. Ultimately, you have to watch them make the decisions they gonna make. But think about it. It's like all this stuff. I did gatherings, all this stuff. It's like, man, I didn't know that ultimately a lot of people just wanted something to do. I didn't know that. There's still some people who like, yo, we here. But a lot of people just wanted something to do. And when we get together, it's like, I didn't know people just happy to just be there. I didn't know it was an activity. I thought some people just had that mentality where it's like, we here. It's time. Let's get it done. I didn't know people just wanted something to do, bro. I didn't know that. And the time went on, I started to realize it. I'm like, wait a minute. It got too personal. It became about relationships and who with who and who not with who and all that. It got too wild. Like, yeah, this is not what this was intended to be. What it was intended to be was a small army, and that army's focus was helping. That was it, and it just got out of control. Out of control. You can't get a group of people together without people wanting to sleep with each other, creep around, backdoor each other, you know what I'm saying, and jump person to person. And you can't get a group of people together without that. I don't know what that is. Even still, I wasn't judging people. I was like, okay, fine. This is what people gonna do. This is what I got. I don't have time to do no whole fucking 3-year. Maybe I do. Maybe that's what they're telling me. I need to start over from green light and just get a whole new group. Man, please, bro, we out of time. It took 3 years to get here. 3 whole years. And it's like, where are we at? Cause I can't just count it as me if we talking about moving as a unit. Where we at? That shit was crazy. It started getting crazy. And it's like everything he said, I saw. Everything he said happened when you bring people together. I got to see it for myself. It didn't have to be like that. It didn't have to. You know what I'm saying? And we could still be moving. Even when people stepped out to slander me, it was like, if you know what you know, I invited them people to come to the last gathering. The ones who slandered me. I reached out to them individually and invited them to the last gathering. As a matter of fact, I think I might have waited too long. I think I might have waited too long to actually invite them. I can't remember. I think I might have waited too long. Either way, I did reach out. I thought I did reach out to them, though. No, I think I did reach out to them. Or at least, I know I reached out to one of them. And then I reached out to them later, just let them know, like, yo, I know why you do. I know why you went and said what you said. Because of how I was talking to you on the live. I said that to them. I'm like, okay. I ain't even say nothing about I know what you did or why you did it. I just reached out to them and say, yo, that night, I apologize how I spoke to you on that live. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you still a female or you still a woman. And I used all my soul power to reach through the phone. So it's like, ultimately, that might not have been fair. So whatever you responded with that caused you to say what you were saying and do all that you did, which I didn't even say that in the text message. I was just making it clear, like, yo, I apologize for how I spoke to you that night. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I thank them. I thank them for everything that they did that was adding to the movement. That's me. I'm not the one that was trying to slam no gavel down or judge people. That wasn't my thing. You know what I'm saying? There are judges, but I never claimed to be one. So I reached out to people who slandered me. I done already passed every test. I passed the test of whether or not I'm a break a sacred that's supposed to be sacred. I passed that test. I passed the test of the heart. You know what I'm saying? Somebody wanted to get with someone who's supposed to be aligned with me. I passed that test by that person because of the fact that they were saying they want to do that. And I'm trying to tell them the place that you are put in don't have nothing to do with that realm. But then I have to also deal with the fact that they're still in the mortal plane. So they can't see that. So I'm like, all right. And I stepped back and I said, okay, cool. I don't want to do this, but because you saying this is what you want, I'm going to step back. And then it took for my mother to come to me, and one day she was like, Omari, I said to her, she said, are you sure about what you just said? Are you sure about that? I said, no, Umi. I said, nut, I'm not. And we had a talk. My heart didn't want that to happen. But you know what? I sacrificed my heart. And the only reason why I shifted the gear at that point is because my Umi came to me and asked me. And she was like, you don't have to do that. Because once that happens, everything gonna change. And I said, you know what? Cool. I shut it down. I said, nah, you gonna stay in that sacred seat. Ain't nobody touching you. It's that simple. But it's like, imagine having them, like, do y'all understand that when people get together, they have burgers and fries? You know, people get together, they go for lunch and Six Flags and shit. I don't, like, nobody has a seat where they can look at somebody and say, you don't need to be touched. No, I don't got that fucking seat. Why do I have that seat? Why we couldn't just go out for milkshakes? Just regular shit. And everybody go home and I don't have to worry about who I look at and see when I see their soul, and I see 30 years from now, different planes. Why do they give me a whole fucking time map? And it's like, I just could have took people for fries, burgers, and they get on about their business. I could have performed. You know what I'm saying? Why I got to build pyramids and shit and statues popping up? I ain't even asked for that. The nigga told me, hey, here go the statues. What the fuck are you talking about? Here go the statues. I was minding my business, nigga, and the statues was like, we here. What you saying? They ain't even knocked, they just waddled in. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, people have to really look. Like, y'all really think I'm that? Bro, come on, man. You think I'm that calculated, nigga? This shit is out of my control. I would have very well have appreciated love just being able to take people to go to Six Flags, say they met me, sign an autograph or two, and everybody, we just chalk it up to, I did a concert. No. We got to build pyramids. We got to build all kind of shit. We got to rescue statues from museums, nigga. We got to do all this extra shit. Because that's what they put on. That's what they put on the schedule. So I did it because that's what I was called to do. I passed that test. You know what I'm saying? My Umi is one of those ones who can make certain calls. That's how I know I passed. If she didn't come to me, man, ain't no telling what would happen. Because that whole shit would have fell apart. I knew it was going to happen. I knew it. I knew it was going to fall apart. And when she came to me, it was like a movie scene. When nobody around, the word got to her. When she came to me, I was sitting in the room with the carpet in Sunday house. I was sitting in front of one of the couches. I wasn't even sitting on the couch. I was just sitting there. And she came to me. And it's like when she talked to me, then my soul was able to speak. She's like, are you sure? I said, no, nut. I don't. It's not a good thing. But this is what they saying. And she was like, that don't have to be that. Because they ain't no. And when she said that, then I was removed from that. And I was able to say, yeah, we going in another direction. But I passed the test. That was a test. I passed so many tests in this. It's like, I don't know why people can't see me. I didn't fail the tests. I kept it moving. I kept things pure. Regardless of what people tried to paint or portray, I kept it pure. If people came around, if you were around enough to be in the environment where we took a night or a day to enjoy ourselves, if you attempted to weaponize that, all you did was played yourself because you wanted to weaponize one day that I enjoyed myself, but you didn't want to magnify all of the weekends and all of the times and all of the poles and dances and strips and da-da-da-da-da, all of this that you did in your lifetime prior to meeting me. They're like, everybody becomes a saint when they meet me. It's like, I don't pull your file and say, this is who you are. I know who you are. I don't do that. I take people, however they come, let's walk. People don't walk. It's been people from all different walks of life. They pop up and let's walk. But you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I passed all the tests. Tyler Jet was saying different things. One of the things she said, you using women for sex and this, that, and the third and whatever. And that's why I'm like, you got to be careful who you talking to or talking out at, because that's defamation. For one, what women? What women are you talking about? The only two women that you will be speaking on was someone from 2023 that my wife knows about. And my wife, regardless of what people thought, them were the only two. So what women would you be referring to that I'll be sleeping with? You see? But in their mind, I guess that's what they know certain niggas to do, or certain men from the tribe to do. I'm not them. I'm not them. I don't need to beg no woman to be in her home. You see what I'm saying? Not that it was anybody's fucking business. It's just that's what one of the pops said. You know, stay out there. She says, what you say? Pops was saying, stay out everybody. What you say? Stay out each other's bedroom. Not that it was anybody's business, but the point is that wasn't even no hard test. I passed that test because anytime that could have been a situation, I stood on principle and stood on business or what I was told, which was move sacred, and that wasn't nothing hard to do because once I'm shown something and I see it, that's what it's gonna be. So I passed the divine love. I passed the sacred one. I passed the heart test. I passed the money, all of this shit. Nigga, I didn't need money. Anytime I got the money, look what I did. You see what I did. I kept putting it back into the craft, back into the craft, back into the craft. You know what I'm saying? The brothers can attest to it. Anytime I say, y'all, I'm about to get this AI thing. We're going to do some more AI videos. We're going to do some music videos, getting better production. All of that was a part of even what I was told to do. They know that. I ain't saying, y'all, I saw this Corvette. I want to get this Corvette. You know what I'm saying? I talked to the brother, asked if they can help with a vehicle. If the brother asked help with a vehicle, the vehicle $1,500, not no $15,000 or $50,000, and that's something I'm paying off if I'm getting a vehicle. So it's like all that money gonna be around. Money been around, but what did we do with the money? We kept putting it back into the craft. We kept putting it back in. Kept putting it back in. I kept producing. If I didn't produce, that'd be a different conversation. But I kept producing. I kept showing up. And it's like, I passed that test. What other test do you get? It's so many ones. I put others before myself. I passed that test. I thought about how other people would feel before I thought about how I feel. I made sure other people had food on their plate before I grabbed the plate. That's the test that I passed. You can take it allegorically or literally. You see what I'm saying? People wanted to show up. They didn't have the money. What'd I say? I ain't say, nah, man. You got, you know what I'm saying? No money, no funny. No, hell nah. You know what I'm saying? People could come to me and say, yo, I don't got it. I don't care. You good. You didn't even have to say that. You could have just asked me if you could join. You don't got to explain what you got going on. I'm with you regardless. And people can attest to that. If they didn't have it, they were still able to show up. They were still able to participate. I've never been a money, that's what Pop said. I've never been a money person. You see? So I passed all the tests and I went through all the strife that level required of me. What else did I do? I mean, we'll be here all day. The teaching, let's think about it. Did I not teach? Did I not do the teaching part? All them classes, all them teachings, all them lives? Did I not do that? You got live archive, phase 1 live archive that I was responsible for. She made sure all them lives was up. Okay, did I not do all them lives? All them times we get on here like this, and I be teaching and teaching and teaching and teaching. And anytime somebody called my name when they were there, what did I do? I stood right up, stepped right to the plate, called them forward. A lot of them dodged it, and the few who tried, what happened? You see what I'm saying? You know what happened, because who's still here and where they at? Who's still here? I kept telling them, the door's still open. Niggas just stop knocking. Don't let them fool you. The door is still open. Niggas stop knocking. Remember, they try to get on like Smart Guy the Rapper. They try to get on like they just want to talk, but they just want to challenge to see if it makes it seem that they're smarter. They don't know how much I know. And then we get to talk about certain things, and it turns into a whole different thing. They didn't know I knew that. You see what I'm saying? It's like, why take that route? Take the collaborative route. Why you want to take the challenge route? You know what I'm saying? When you see what I'm on, take the collaborate, but they don't want to collaborate. Because you're the smart guy. They got to be the smart guy. But you're talking to the smart guy. And not even just the smart guy, the wise guy. You know what I'm saying? Because intelligence and wisdom is a whole different thing. A lot of people got smarts. But the wisdom, that's something else. Wisdom application knows that it ain't always about talking at people. It's about exemplifying. You know what I'm saying? Your example is something that can teach people even before you open your mouth. That I showed. What else? I passed the test of whether or not I was going to deny him. You see? Didn't I do that? I mean, I'm telling y'all what I did so you know where I'm going. Didn't I pass that test? I already did that. They put me on big platforms, right? Off the Porch. What else? The Revolt TV literally was on TV. Big Fast Network. These interviews with over 30,000 views. But not even just that. One of the most recent videos where you see me walking with the SBI brothers and what you saw. Why are we talking or what you hear? Why are we talking? Who did I direct the attention to? Malachi. And that was, I didn't know who that dude was or who he was with. He just walked up to me to talk. You see? And he just so happened to record it and put it out. And nobody saw it when he put it out. I grabbed it off of YouTube. It had like 200 views. I said, let me post this. Man, that shit got almost 2 million views now. So we went viral again, because I don't tell you how many people done clipped it and put it up. We went viral again. And who name I put right there? Malachi. I said, I'm not the one. I don't have nothing to give y'all. He can't say that, because they whole purpose, they whole glory, all of that comes from acting as though they have something to offer in that field. I can't offer people nothing in that field. I don't have no culture to give you, no language to give you, no none of that. I'll be just talking. My goal is to remind people of that and to show how dynamic I can be by not being the one while showing you who the one is, because I'm influenced by and taught by and raised up by the one. And that's what pisses them off. So I passed that test. I didn't deny him. They even tried to get me to deny him, and I didn't deny him. You see? Wherever I went, his name went. Think about it. Remember the pop song? That song is huge. A lot of these songs is huge. One of the biggest videos on my page is pinned. And you see Dr. York, the truth about Dr. York. You sentenced to 135 years. As soon as you come to my page, who you see? Malachi York. Almost 1 million views on that video. When the other artists came through, when Sunday did the interview with Woody, what Woody was talking about? Malachi York. Well, how many views they got? 1 million views. You see what I'm saying? Even the language, when Ozzy was teaching the language, you saw that? 600-something thousand views, maybe more, when she was saying, I'll teach you the language. You see the image there? Everywhere we went, we pushed that. And people who came with me, they pushed that. Even when you saw 1440 Ty, he was pushing Malachi. That's what he was pushing. Free Malachi. And that's how people found him. You see? And that went viral. So I passed that test no matter how big I got. And every day we get bigger. And what is it still? It's still Malachi. That's what I said. I already passed that test, because if I was going to change that, I would have changed that a long time ago, correct? Okay, well, there's no reason to change it. That's my life. What other tests did I pass? What tests did y'all observe me pass since we here? Those of y'all who are there, what did y'all see me go through and come out, or see me, embark upon journey-wise and come out victorious and pass that test? What did you see? Because you got what I saw. You got what I experienced. I had the love test. I had the I shook divine love test. I had the heart test. I had a lot of these tests that I passed in front of everybody. You see what I'm saying? I passed the fear test when they shot the house up. You know what I'm saying? Which I don't even know why that ain't no test. Because I ain't scared of nobody or shit. And what they were telling me, oh, you want to be careful now? No, the fuck I don't. Only thing I want to be careful with is moving more equipped. Well, I'm not going to stop moving. You see what I'm saying? So I passed that test. I ain't stopped there. Even when they tried to slander me in 2022, I passed the truth test. You know what I'm saying? The lie detector. Because I made sure, even if it took 2 years, but I made sure we got a confession about that. And the truth came out. You know what I'm saying? So anytime I was put to the test, I passed it. That counts. All right. So say a prayer for me as I go on, as it's 2:22 right now. Y'all say a prayer for me as I go into the wilderness. Because it's something I must do. The user test. What you mean the user test? What's the user test? Oh, bro can speak on it. Bro can speak on it. I mean, we just saying it because we on the conversation right now. But I'm the type of person, yes or no. And Deontay can say yes or no. And he a real dude, so he gonna tell the truth regardless of what I say. Yes or no. Matter of fact, I ain't gonna say yes or no because that's like too easy. What conversation I had with you in your car where I asked you a question about, you know what I'm saying? I asked you a question about something we were sitting outside in the townhouses. I asked you a question about something. It was a real nigga question. And I asked you, I said, look, I need you to be real with me. What question I asked you, if you can remember, I'm going to see if you can remember. Because people don't be around for this shit. But I asked you a real question. But what I asked you? I didn't like open this shit at all. What I had asked you though, he'll tell y'all. That what you gotta look at too. If you don't witness me do some real shit, go ahead comment what it was. Let's all pray right now, phase one together when it gets 2025 or 225 for sure. You asked me something along the lines of, do you feel like I'm using you and what can you do better? Exactly. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not making this up. But it wasn't no cameras, no none of that. That wasn't no reality TV show. I really looked at bro and said, yo, hey, I need you to be honest with me, like be for real. Like you feel like you being used or what you think I can do that's like something I can do better. Like what's something that if you would say I could work on, what you'll say I can work on so that there's really a mutual existence when we working together, when we moving together. At first, he was like, well, nothing. I said, nah, I need you to not just say that because it's me. What you'll say that I can work on. He was like, well, you know, just plan better. He said, you know, you could plan better. I said, okay, tell me more about what you're saying. He's like, you know, because when we about to head out, sometimes it's like you just be saying, like, let's head out, like, right now. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was some real shit. And I ain't take no, I ain't be like, plan better. Nigga, I do plan. Nigga, I am the man with the plan. Nigga, I ain't do none of that. I was like, tell me more. That's some real shit. I passed that test. I'm telling you, your deeds are recorded and your intentions are recorded too. You see, it don't matter what it is. Your intentions recorded too. Everything is being recorded. So like, I talk to people about that type of shit. Like, yo, what's going on with this? How you feel about this? Yo, you good? Yo, are you really good? Yo, let me know, right? That type of stuff. I don't want nobody to be thinking no type of way because if somebody make a statement and say, oh, you know, you take this person for granted or this, that, and the third, I don't even take no offense to it. I'm gonna be like, well, I'm gonna either talk to that person that's saying it or talk to the person that's being said about immediately. Hey, yo, do you feel this way? So let me know if you do, because that's not my intention. We're going to figure out how to make that right, get that right. I don't use people. That's not what I step in and make sure don't nobody else use you. That's me. When other people try to use you, I'm going to step in and make sure you don't get used. Now, will I put people in position? Yes. Will I tell people what they can do to help? Yes. Will I make it clear that that's what they're doing? Yes. You see what I'm saying? I don't play about that because you around. Ain't nobody around holding up the wall. We got the beams already. We already got the wall good. You know what I'm saying? We don't need you up there holding that. I'm making sure the ceiling don't fall. It's not going to fall. Grab a trash bag. I'm not using you. You can leave the building if you don't want to help us clean up. Pass the test on not being false. Pass the test on being real. That's a fact. Let's talk about that. The false prophet thing. Let's talk about that. When I said something was going to happen, nigga, that shit happened. I wasn't trying to even say it was going to happen. I just said, oh, that's going to happen. And I walked off, and the shit happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, please, that's a gift. Nobody, I ain't try to do that. You know what I mean? Let's talk about it. The tests have been passed. That's why I said, if you're one of those people who you look at yourself and you know you're genuine, all right, then you can relate to what I'm saying. It ain't going to sound foreign to you. You can relate. If you can look at yourself and know you're a genuine person, then this ain't foreign. If you know you ain't out to hurt nobody, if you know you're not a selfish person, only thinking about yourself, if you know in the relationships that you're in, whether it's romantic, whether it's intimate, whether it's friendships, family, if you know the relationships in your life that you have, you're always looking at a way to make sure that other people can benefit, not just on the same level that you benefit, if not more. You see, if somebody helping you, somebody come and pick you up, and you just needed a ride real quick, Lyft might be talking about $20, but you might get that person $50 just because they helped you. Okay, then I'm talking about you. If you know this person really does like this type of food, but you the only one with it, but this your last piece, but they really do like that, you're going to make it for them instead of yourself. Even though they might already have some, but you know they like that. You see what I'm saying? So you're going to make it for them. Then I'm talking about you. If you know you out there in the open, oh yeah, I know I'm still black, so they heard the noise. You know you out in the open and you pass by a homeless person and they ask you for, if you got a little change and you got a bunch of money in your pocket, you give them most of it, if not all of it. I'm talking about you. If you stand you with it and you got $100, but you want to get them $5, I'm not talking about you. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not talking about you. Unless you gotta absolutely do something with that money. Meaning like it has to be done. Not you about to go enjoy yourself and this is the reason why you won't give it to them. I'm talking about if it has to be done, then that don't count. But if you got that money and you weren't finna do nothing with it, but fuck it off, and they ask you if you had a little change and you wouldn't give them but $5, but you know you had $200-300 in your pocket. Yeah, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the one who probably give them the $300, and you know it's you because people around you be like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? It ain't even their money. Yo, nigga, what the fuck you doing, nigga? What you talking about? Yo, man, you just gave me $300 of my money. Are you okay? Did I owe you? I don't owe you no money, do I? No. Okay, so what the fuck are you doing? What's wrong with you? Why I can't help them? I'm gonna get that shit right back. I don't understand what's wrong with you. They gonna have to deal with a lot of no's today. And a lot of people ignoring them and others starting to make their day. Maybe they don't gotta deal with nobody else today. I'm just more happy that I could do that. You just mad at them. You upset that I gave them my money? You didn't even know I had $300. You ever met them type of people? They mad that you gave them money. They didn't even know you had it. What the fuck are you mad about? You got to get yourself together. Something ain't right. Something ain't right. You see what I'm saying? I'm talking about you if you do that, if you ever done that. See what I'm saying? And you do it without taking out no camera or no phone. You know what I'm saying? I can't stand that shit. All the people trying to record, them people like all that. I don't like that. Don't give nobody no fucking burger with the camera in their face. That's weird, bro. That's some weird shit. Turn the camera off. Tell us you did it. Just tell us. We'll believe you. You know what the fuck you need a bit? Yo, man, niggas be having a phone attached to the burger. Nigga got a grip cam on the fucking burger, nigga. The shit record down to the last bite. I don't like that type of shit. Leave them alone. If you're gonna do like that, let them starve then. Fuck it. Let somebody else feed them. I've been homeless before. I would have never wanted nobody to be in my face with a camera watching me eat. It's good. It would be better. It could be better. I didn't want paparazzi as my ingredient, nigga. The fuck? Could be a lot better. Yeah, if you did that, I'm talking about you. I'm talking about you. And those who sacrifice. If you sacrifice in any way, then I'm talking about you. You know what I'm saying? Letting people stay in your house is a sacrifice. You did that. I'm talking about you. You know what I mean? Helping people when you really couldn't even help yourself. That's a sacrifice. You did that. I'm talking about you. It's you, those of you who do these types of things, these types of deeds, yeah, y'all the real ones. Y'all the genuine people. You can relate to me. You can relate. Some people just like what they hear and it's a good idea and all that. Not everybody can relate to me because you're not a good people. I'm not saying bad people can't become good people. But there are people who have a real dark deed disc. And it's like, I don't know if it's sabotage, but adding more dark deeds, you know that it's only going to make it worse. The only thing you're going to be able to do is tip that balance and go ahead and swing that bitch the other way. You might want to start racking up because you never know when your time comes. A lot of people got a very dark deed disc. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just saying, I don't have one. I don't have one. My deed disc is light. And my heart is light. That's what makes it that much more challenging. When you get handled or treated a certain way, done a certain way, it's like, oh no, that's what it make it that much more challenging when you got a good heart. But that don't mean it's impossible. You know what I'm saying? Do them push-ups. It'll be all right. And I don't mean literally, but, it'll be all right. You got to have a good heart and still be able to endure. Having a good heart don't make you weak. You see what I'm saying? Don't envy those who don't have good hearts because their reward is different than yours. You don't want what's coming for them. Make sure you move right. Move right to the best of your ability. All right. I have to go. Do y'all have any questions for me before I go? This is a real thing, right? This is crazy. Y'all understand, there are no teachers out here. This shit is amazing. And they upset with me because the only one they can vouch for to say is a teacher out here is a student of the master teacher. Ain't no teachers. It's over. You got people talking. I saw a video the other day, niggas just talking. This niggas just running their mouth. Niggas just repeat stuff they see. There are no straight lines in nature. There are no straight lines in nature. So tell me a question. What's salt? You never seen salt? Have you ever seen a plant cell wall? You ever seen that? I have. Okay. Well, no, I meant squares. Before you said that, because when you say squares, you ever seen a plant cell wall? You ever seen salt? You ever seen any type of cubic structure in nature? Nigga, there's straight lines and there's squares and rectangles. Stop copying Terrence Howard. He doing his best. I love you more, homie. Stop copying Terrence Howard, nigga. The fuck? There are straight lines all through nature. You know what I'm saying? You ever saw the horizon? That's a straight line. Niggas just be saying anything. Like you ain't never looked at the side of a grain of rice. Just look at the side, nigga. You gonna tell me there's not no damn. All these straight lines, nigga, they literally say, no straight lines. Niggas just saying anything. Yaki talking about some people got graphite, all kind of shit after they took the... Yo, how the fuck you know? How the fuck you know? How you know? They got nanobot technology all through the body. Nigga, when did you look and see nanobot technology all through the body? When? I mean, I could really get out, but I was just trying to stay out this shit. Like, first of all, y'all niggas don't even read, bro. When you read, they study, and they research paper and their ingredients list. Even when they talk about the graphene, nigga, they were talking about a certain type of material that they used to be able to isolate the virus and be able to isolate what they were putting in to be able to observe it. They weren't saying they put actual graphite in it. The tool was made of graphite. You see what I'm saying? Another thing, nano is, first of all, ask niggas what nano mean. Most niggas don't even know what the fuck they talking about. Nano. What's a nano? Tell me what's the measurement or the metric application for nano. Tell me these niggas don't know. They don't fucking know. It's a billionth of a meter. So you telling me that you went and observed technology that was a billionth of a meter going into people's cells, affecting the structure of their DNA. You saw that? You didn't see that, did you? You just ran your damn mouth, didn't you? You don't mean that. You just running your damn mouth. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the hell? Like, nigga, nanoparticle, you mean? And even if you say nanoparticle, nigga, you just, okay, what are you talking about? You speaking about the small little lipid bubble that they have to use in order to secure the payload to get it to the... Do you know what you're actually speaking about? Do you really know? Say, Faze, why you don't make videos about it? I don't be getting involved in that stupid shit. The fuck, nigga? It's just like flat earth and globe earth. I don't get involved. Because it don't make sense how everybody became experts in some shit they never saw. Ain't nobody seen this motherfucker. Now everybody's an expert of it. And they say, how do they detox it? Get nicotine patches. Nicotine patches. I'm out of here. No, I'm actually leaving. I suggest you get nicotine patches because your nicotinic receptors is fried, and you got oxidation, you got depressuration through your body and liquidation. Let me ask you a question. How the fuck you know? First of all, what the study you speaking on was a theory. I remember them people talking about that shit. Nigga, that was a theory, and when they tested it, they never were able to qualify it for human bodies. They qualified it for animals. Theoretically, they never qualified it for human bodies. Where you get that from? Where you get the shit from? You getting it from them. So when did you conduct the study? Then it's like, all it takes is for people to realize this. If you don't have no lab, so you can't even yourself extract a sample from one of these valves and take it to the lab and say what's in the ingredients. So why are you talking about the ingredients? Then what I'm looking at, so it's like, you got to imagine, this makes sense to y'all, probably, some of y'all. But if I go out and make videos on this shit, I'm going to lose a lot of people because a lot of people going to get mad at me. Because a lot of people really believe that they know what the fuck Pfizer was doing on a Sunday. Nigga, you ain't even leave your couch. You don't know which Johnson is which. You think they twins. You know what I'm saying? Tell me whether or not Johnson is a woman or a man. Because that's a last name. So, are they married? Is it a married couple? These folks don't know none of that. You know what I'm saying? This shit crazy. Now they talking about, the research is out. The research is out. What does that change? You still don't know shit. Now you got to look at whatever the fuck they saying and say, aha, what? You know what scientists do? They got to go take that and see if it's true. But that's too much work. So it's easy to be stupid what you're trying to tell me, and I'm not signing up. So I don't talk about it. I know a whole lot about that shit. I just leave it alone. I leave it alone because you want to know what? Because I know a lot about it. I ain't been in them damn labs. Same way these niggas ain't been in the labs. I ain't had nothing to do with the production. So niggas be saying shit. What the fuck? How they gonna get the How they gonna get the nanobots out their blood? You talking about nicotine patches to help with their dopamine and how their inflammatory system operates, nigga. Okay, cool. What about that fucking technology you said they got in their body? How they gonna detox from that? What are you talking about? Unless you're saying that the shit's supposed to be able to kick them nanobots out of it. But the nanobots at that point would have been particle based. And what's to say that you're dealing with nanobot technology that's going to sit at the front door of the cell? Nigga, never mind. I'm just going to stay out of it. So that's what I did. Any other questions? Are we good? Y'all say a prayer. It's different. It's different. It's different. So when y'all go into y'all prayer closet, put in a word for your fellow servant, Omari. Remember me. Consider me. Yeah. Yeah. All right. I love y'all.